Hello guys, Niajini. I hope mko poa. So this time tumeanza before 9:30, but ni kwa sababu it's not going to be that long. The live is going to be short. Just a message that I wanted to convey to people, right? So I'm planning a class for 10 to 15 people, as venye nilikuwa nimesema last year ikienda kuisha. So far I have 10. So far I have 10 students wenye watakam for your conference. So nimebakisha space ya 5 people. Nimebakisha space ya just 5 people. And David Kasha anatuambia Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. So nilikuwa nasema niko na wasee 10 so far. I have 10 people and I'm looking for 5 more. I just need 5 more so that we can hold the conference. So let me type this out kidogo. So I am holding a conference for 10 to 15 people. Let's just say 15 people, right? For 15 people. It will be probably on the Saturday. Probably on Saturday. Like in your Saturday, there's an event that I was supposed to go to, some family function. So I'm not really sure about the dates. So I'm holding a conference for 15 people. Charges at 15K. It will be inclusive of the over and under bot, inclusive of the bot, the digit analysis tool, and the class. So the reason why I want to do this conference is that nilikam to realize that there's a big mistake that I did with my previous students. People have taught from March last year all the way to December. I came to realize that there's a big mistake that I did. There's a big mistake that I did. Because if we decide to sit down all the students that I've taught all the way from March to December, the March cohort, the August cohort, the September cohort, and the people that I taught in December, I came to realize that I was teaching in bits. Like whatever the people in March learned is not the same thing that the people in August learned, not the same thing that the people in December learned. Kwa sababu kuna vitu mob sana zenye nimemiss, zenye nimenotice nilimiss kwa hizo classes. Number one, things that I thought were common knowledge to every person, nimekam ku realize si kila mtu anaelewa. You know, number one, people don't even know what exactly they're trading. How many people know exactly what they're trading? Nani anajua mali hizo digits zinatoka? Si watu wengi. And if there are, ni wase kidogo sana. Now, for example, let me just something very simple, right? Has anyone ever used the resources zenye zinakuanga kwa binary.com? Does anyone know what this do? Anyone? I don't think so. There's a lot to binary zenye vitu mob sana zenye tujai cover. Now if I look at the smart trader, just a moment. So let's look at the contract types that are normally offered by binary. There's so much. There's touch, no touch, higher, lower, ends, between, ends outside, stays between, goes outside. There are also the look backs, the high close, low ticks, reset call, reset put, only ups, only downs. Ile kitu yenye wasee wengi wanajonga kutrade hapa ni digits. Na hadi ukiuliza wasee mali hizi digits zinatoka, atakwambia probably tell you the last tick, yeah, which is normally here the last tick. But then ukimuliza mali hii the last tick inatoka, hizi kuambia inatoka wapi, right? Alafu tena I also noticed whatever that I was teaching on risk management is not the same thing yenye nilifunza the different students. Now this has forced me to go back to the drawing board and come back with a course, with a clear course. I attempted to create a course yenye sasa nilikuwa naita the BBA strategy. For those who have access to the app, mnaweza ipata iko hapo. What the BBA strategy did, it covered most of the forex knowledge that I have. Like nikijaribu kuangalia knowledge yenye hiyo document yenye nilitype na nikaanza kupatia watu, ina lean more towards forex than binary. So what I've been forced to do, I've been forced to go back to the drawing board. Right now I'm in the middle of creating a whole new course yenye sasa nitakuwa nafunza watu kwa hii conference yenye nimepin. So like today let me show you guys what I've covered for today. Right, so today I was looking at I was typing out introduction to binary. Right, now the first thing that I did, I made sure to cover all the contract types zenye nimetoka kuonesha hapa saa hizi, because people only know of digits, but then there's so much to binary than digits only, right? Kuna hizi vitu zote na watu hawajuangi venye wanafaa kuzitrade. Do you know that you don't need binary bots that you can trade binary, right? Kuna hizi na hapa kwa higher lower, there's so much you can do on higher lower. You can place trades maybe after kufanya analysis, maybe in a end in minutes. There's a day I took a trade and I posted the screenshot. Yeah, a trade that I took, I think ilikuanga volatility 75. It was just one trade, and one trade only ilinipatia profit ya around 87. I think ilikuwa $89. Made $89 on one trade na nilikuwa nimestake $100. As in, there's so much to binary that people don't know, people don't understand, that I feel it's my responsibility to make sure that you people learn. Kwa sababu most of you guys wenye wameweza kutrade na binary bots, wamekuwa kitrade digits na wamekuwa mkibuy bots from God knows where, inaenda na kupiga kiboko, alafu tena unakama unaanza kusema binary ni scam. Binary si scam. Binary unaweza make dough if one, you have the right knowledge. Na I came to realize I haven't given the full knowledge that I have, my full understanding binary to the students that I have already mentored. So that means apart from the people that I'm going to be teaching from now on, I have to go back and look for the students that I had from last year, Nokalishe Chini, so that we can cover the new course. If there's any of my students in your co-op, or just kindly DM so that we can plan for a day where we can meet and I can teach you exactly what you need and give you the full knowledge, kwa sababu I think nimekuwa nikuwapatia vitu nusu na that's not right. That needs to change. So as I was telling you guys, today I've covered introduction to binary. Number 2, I was looking at binary bots. So people wenye nime interact nao sana wanafikirianga bot ni jina. sijui mtu anakuja ananiambia ako na sijui bot gani kutoka from nani, sijui ati sijui dollar parts, sijui monster, sijui OG bot. Bot si jina. Bot ni kenye ina trade, right? So if you look at the screen hapa, if you want to know the conditions that the bot imesetiwa inakuanga hapa kwa block number 2, watch and purchase your contract. Acha tuanze na kuna kuanga na 4 blocks. There are 4 blocks to any binary bot. The first one is where you define your trade contract. Now, what do you mean by trade contract? Trade contract ni hizi hapa. Number 1, the trade type, whatever you want to trade. Na ndio hizi hapa. Hizi zote zenye nilikuwa ninaonesha hapa, the different contract types. Now, everyone should know how to trade each and every one of these. Lakini watu wajuangi. So kwa bot, block ya kwanza kenye ina cover, this is where you define your trade contract. This is where you define the stake that you want to use, stories of martingale, what you want to trade. This is where you define your trade contract in detail, right? Hapo ndio place unakam unachagua markets, your trade type, your contract type, and easy vitu zote zenye zinakuanga hapa. Now the most important part ya hapa inakuanga hapa kwa define trade options. This is where a lot of people go wrong, and this is a topic. I've made this a whole topic yenye tunacover. We cover binary bots in depth because people need to understand these binary bots. Watu wana trade lakini hawajui ni nini wana trade. Una trade na bot lakini hujui venye ina function. So the first block kazi yake ni ku define your trade contract. Now we go to the second block. The second block, hapa ndio place yenye tunekanga the conditions that you need, that you want the bot to fulfill before it takes a trade. Na ukiangalia hapa, for example, e-bot inafanya analysis ya the max na the maximum appearing number na the minimum appearing number, right? Ndo sasa ichukue trade ya over. Juu e-bot ina trade over and under. So on the second block is where we define the ninis, what are they called, the conditions that you want the bot to fulfill before it opens any trade. And it can be anything. And I think that's about it. Now let's go to the third block. Na hizi zote zinakuanga hapa. Hapa kwa binary. The first one inakuanga naona hapa trade definition. This is the first block. The second block is before purchase. Now the second block is where you define the conditions that you want the bot to take before it opens any trade. Number 3 is what happens during the purchase. Now this is something a lot of people don't know. Did you know that during the purchase you can close your contract type? Unaweza sell kama ulikuwa na trade graph, that is kani digits haiwezi, lakini kama ulikuwa na trade graph unaweza sell your contract. Like maybe if unaona ilikuwa in profit, imepata profit kidogo, unaweza amua kufunga hiyo trade. Ama if ilikuwa at your loss, that is where we sell at market. But a lot of people don't know this because people don't understand the way binary bots work. So number 3, the third block, this is what you want to happen during the purchase. Right? Hizi vitu zote zinakuanga hapa lakini watu wajuangi. Now the fourth block, this is what happens after purchase. Now the 2 things that happens after purchase, it's either you win or you lose. Now that is now where you tell the bot what you want it to do after a win or after a loss. And trade again. There's a lot of things that goes on. Ukiangalia kama hapo unaona e-bot venye iko ina switch. Ukiwaona anything like this inamaanisha e-bot who switch. right? Unaweza hadi notify this is after a loss. Unaona hapa if result is loss, na hapa kwa else namaanisha if result is win. Alafu tena pia unaweka ile message unataka ishow either after a win or a loss. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot to binary yenye watu hawajui that I want to teach you people. Now, these are the things that we're going to be covering in the conference. I want to move away from having classes, because if I'm having classes, maybe I'll sit down with 1 or 2, 3 people and teach you for like what? The maximum time I've ever taken is around 4 hours. Sasa, when you're talking to happen in the conference, it's going to be very different. Number one, it's zinaanza from 9 a.m. 9 a.m. ina end at 4 p.m. And it's going to be just once per week. And I want to be having 10 to 15 people. And e-conference I'm talking about is going to be a real conference. Like unakaa tunaanza asubuhi, kutakuwa na drinks, refreshments, lunch. And we're going to be trading. Number one, we're going to be trading live. Tuna trade live na tuna withdraw. And we're going to learn so much. Sasa kama so far kenye nimeonesha hapa, I'm so sure wase wengi hawakuanga wanajua. Let me show you something else that people don't know about. Did you know, if you look at my previous lives, so kifungonga binary even inakuanga, right? Ukiangalia vizuri kwa my other previous lives, I've ever traded with a bot that looks like this. It doesn't have a place where you can put the stake, where you can put sijui martingale and anything. This is just to show you guys that you don't necessarily need this XML file so that you can be successful in your trading. Sijui mtu anakuja na kuambia bot anauza 8,000, 10,000, 15,000. There's a guy who bought an XML file for what? For 85,000. 85,000. People are just ripping you guys off. Live. Mnaibiwa tu mkikosa kujua. Kwa sababu, as I was telling you guys, a lot of people who are selling bots don't make money through trading. They make money by selling bots. Let's do simple mathematics. If this page I've been coming into contact with, the guy sells his bots at, 10,000. 10,000, alafu tena ana trade na account yake real, anawapostia. So 10,000, if I just sell per week to 10 people, how much is that? So that's 100,000. 100,000 in a week. 100,000 in a week just by selling bots. 100,000 in a week, in a month, only 400k. Easy. Without even trading. That's what I'm telling you guys. A lot of people who are selling bots don't make their money by trading. They make their money by selling bots. Selling bots is one of the most lucrative businesses that is available right now in Kenya. Lakini sasa kitu inanibamba ni we're now headed to something that I call saturation, which means itafika to a point kila mtu amenunua binary bot. Sasa kila mtu anaanza kuuza. Kutakuwa na demand inaenda chini, supply iko juu. Kila mtu anauza bots. Kila mtu saizi ukiingia IG fanya aje? Hata ningetua IG saizi ni type zina binary. Nione how many pages are going to come up. Let me just do that right now. Saizi tu. Saizi. Tuone how many pages are going to come up. So many people are selling bots, but not everyone is making money by trading. Nimeandika tu jina binary. Acha tusome. Binary Kenya, Binary Forex, Uzmani, Binary Bot CEO, Binary Management, Binary.bot, Binary Bot Seller, Binary Trading, Binary Goat, Binary Forex, Binary Bot Geek. So many people are selling bots. How many people are making money trading? How many traders do you know on IG that normally trade make money, withdraw, and show you guys. How many people do you know trade live? Si wasi wengi. And if there are, so far I just only know of 2 people who trade legitly. Okay, not 2, 3, 4. Including Akina Brani, Dillion. There's this other guy I came about his page. His name is what? So I know around 4 people who trade legitly and make money trading with binary bots. But otherwise watu wengine ni scam. Mnaskamiwa tu huku nje. Mwacha kununua bots. Mwacha kununua XML files. Acha niseme mwacha kununua XML files. Kwa sababu ukiangalizo nini? My other lives. We trading with literally this, the way it is. Hivi, ikiwa tu hivi. We make money and we withdraw. Right? So as I was saying, there's a lot to binary than just binary, but there's so many ways of making money. What else did I want to show you guys today? So I was talking about the new curriculum that I'm making. That first of all I need to find all my previous students that we can sit down and teach you the things that I failed to teach you, because that's on my end. Kuna vitu mingi sana nimekosa kuwafunza. Now the other topic that I've been able to divulge in today is how to spot scammers. That's a whole topic. I've dedicated a whole topic on how to spot scam pages, how to spot scammers, so you can stop buying this fake bots from people. Again, I tell you, a lot of people who are selling bots don't make money by trading them, they make money by selling bots. Selling bots is a very lucrative business. Imagine 10k, niuze tu wase 10. 10 people, hadi per month. Just 10 people per month, I can pay my rent, I can pay for fuel, I can pay for food, I can pay for everything. 100,000 inaweza kuweka vipoa sana. You just need 10 people. Sasa imagine mtu mwenye anauzianga more than 50 people in a month. Just do the calculations. 50 people in a month. 50 people in a month, and then you're selling your bots at 10,000. Hata 10,000 ni mob sana. Watu huku nje wanauza bots 5,000. 5,000 I sell it to 50 people. 250,000 easy. Even. Wasi wengi sana wanatrade na demo accounts. The next topic, that topic that we're going to cover is how to spot scam pages, how to spot scammers and all that. Then a recap. And then from there we now move to our systems, the systems that we use to trade. Let me just open up a page. So guys, this is now what we're going to move to. We're now moving away from XML files. We're now moving to trading with APIs. Right? And the last reel that I posted, I was talking about the over and under bot. With this bot, you can make up to 10% of your starting capital each and every day. And that is something that we're going to also cover in the new curriculum that I'm making. Oh, sorry about that. The new curriculum that I'm making, we're going to cover number 1. I've revised the risk management course. The topic risk management, because number 1. The first thing that we're going to cover is looking at binary as a business. And I think I covered this in one of the previous lives that we did. I talked about binary as a business. Now, if you look at binary as a business, take into consideration if you were the CEO of the Reeve, let's say you're the owner of the Reeve, would you build a business that is going to be profitable to you first, or it's going to be profitable to your clients first? Definitely, umefungua biz ndo umake dough, right? So that means even before we start trading, the game is already rigged. I like to call it the game is already rigged, into quotes. I'm not saying the game is rigged, but the game is somehow rigged, especially when you're trading digits. Because Babu, these guys, they're here to make money. How does the Reeve make money? You said AI. Sielewi kenye unasema Afropunk Ninja. You said AI. So the Reeve makes money. Number one, if you lose your money, ukipoteza do, ukienda loss, hizo do zinaenda kwa binary automatic, definitely. Number two, they also make money by the margins. Ukiangalia vizuri, if you're trading something like even and odd, numbers that exist from 0 to 9, it's either even or odd, right? It can't be any other way. It's either even or odd. So if it's even or odd, it's supposed to be 50-50. But if you look at the payout is 88.6%. 88.6%. So hiyo 11.4% inaenda wapi? 11.4% si inaenda kwa the Reeve. That means whenever you're trading, they're making money. Whether you win or whether you lose, they're making money. Kwa sababu kuna ile margin yenye wanakuanga nayo. But then this is something that people don't know. Number two, they make money when you lose money, right? Na hapo ndio pesa yao mingi inatoka. Sasa, if I, the owner of the Reeve, if I was the owner of the Reeve, mimi ningekuwa nina make sure hata kama kuna wasenye wana make dough, majority of you would be losing, because if you lose money, I'm making money. Right? If you lose money, I'm making money. Now, if there's something that I've come to understand in the last 3 years, is that there's somewhat a formula to it. I don't want to call it a formula, but there's a way you can walk around binary and make sure that you're consistent every single day, and make sure that ukona at least hapo huwezi kosa $10, especially if you use our systems, kwa sababu hizi systems venye tumezitengeneza, we have really tried our best to try and make the most out of the 35% yenye tunakuanga tumepatiwa. Now there's a time that me and Brian sat down and looked at 1,000 trades that we've ever taken. We took a sample of 1,000 trades, right? Tuka-analyze na tukaangalia, and we dropped it down all the way to the last 100 trades. Now out of 100 trades, guess ngapi ni zako na guess ngapi ni za binary? Anyone who has any idea? Unaweza text hapa kwa comments uniambie. Anyone who has any idea? Out of 100 trades, ngapi ni za the Reeve, ngapi ni zako? So according to our research, tulikam tukaona out of 100 trades, around 65, okay, I don't want to say 65 exactly, but around 65 ni za binary or the Reeve, zenye zimebaki ni zako 35. Out of 100 runs, 35 ni zako. Sasa mali shida inakujianga. Now I'm going to draw something here. I want you guys to follow through, right? Domi got it right. 65 is a Reeve. 65 is a Reeve, 35 ni zako. Now that is why people keep on losing. Now this line that I'm going to draw, they're going to represent the last 100 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've drawn 10 lines. Right? So follow through. Hapa nimechora 10 lines. I want you guys to follow through. Now I've said out of 100 runs, sure bet 65 ni za wenyewe, 35 ni zako. Right, so sasa nigeuze camera. Right, so ukiangalia hapa nimechora 10 sticks, 100 runs, 65 is the derive, 35 ni zako. So most of the time whenever you're trading digits, that is if you're on a bad run, maybe upper, now circles, let the circles represent you and let the x's represent derive. So I hope mna follow through. Just kindly follow through on whatever I'm talking about, right? So let the O's represent you, let derive represent, let X represent derive. So maybe ukianza unapata umewin ya kwanza, umelose ya pili, umewin, maybe ukalose, ukawin, ukalose. Nilijaribu kusoma hii pattern. I tried to study this pattern. I'm not saying this is exactly what happens. This is just an example. We're going to do so many examples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to show you guys ile pattern yenye mnapotezanga pesa. Now, there's a time maybe you win, you lose, especially when you're trading even and odd. 6 runs. Most of the time yenye nimekam kuona 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is all they need. This is all they need to make their money. Just 6 runs. 6 runs zikuwa ni zao. Sorry. So hapa, maybe you are trading even an odd and you're using a stake of around 10. Tukiangalia martingale hapa next inaenda 20. Hapa inaenda 40. Hapa inaenda 80. Inaenda 160. Hata 10 hata ni mingi sana. Hata tutumia 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. To count yote inakuja how much? Sini 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2. Imagine. Just a moment. So, this is 128. 128 imeenda just within 6 runs. Just 6 runs umepoteza 120. That is if you're using a stake of 1. Acha tuangalie ile stake yenye wase wengi wanapendanga kutumia. 0.35, 0.70, 1.4, 2.8, 5.6, 11.2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lastly 22.4. Hapa tayari, hapo utakuwa umepoteza around $50 if hii imeenda loss. See, I'm just looking at 6 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, how much is this? Anyone? This is around $50. This can even be more because I'm doing this times around 2. This is around $50 umepoteza within 6 runs. Right? Now this is why so many people just keep on losing. Now let's go back to this software that we created. Now if you look at the last reel that I posted, nilikuwa naonesha wase venye bot inafanya kazi. Now this is where we have the settings, and we have this setting of trade differs. Now what this bot does, it first of all trades digit differs, right? And then after it has made a loss, we now switch to either even or odd or over and under. Now, looking at the theory of correlation, this is another thing that we covered during our last live, the theory of correlation. Let me open up that document so that we can look at it. The theory of correlation states that the lower the percentage payout, the higher the probability of occurrence. Right? Twende pole pole. The lower the percentage payout, the higher the probability of occurrence. Now, the higher the percentage payout, the lower the probability of occurrence, and also the lower the martingale used. There are three things involved. Right? Follow through closely. I'm saying there are three things involved. Number one, there's a percentage payout, which is in correlation to the percentage payout, which is in correlation to the probability of occurrence, which is in correlation with the martingale that you're supposed to use. Now, something that we also covered during the class is this. We talk about determining your percentage payout. So this bot trades, the bot that we have, the bot that I like using, trades over and under, right? Let's just acha tuanze hapa kwa zero. Ukiangalia kwa zero, return zake ni 9.9. So whenever you're trading digits over zero, it has a payout of 9.9. 9.9 is the least amount that you can ever get from any contract type up, but this is the lowest. For all the digits that exist from 0 to 9, this is the lowest percentage that you can ever make, 9.9. Now, let me drag this here so I can show you. Right, so when you're looking at the theory of correlation again, right, the higher the percentage payout, the lower the probability of occurrence, the lower the martingale applicable, and vice versa. And I made a very nice list of the percentage payouts of every contract type that exists from over 0 to under 1. The reason why they're in pairs is because their payout zina correlate. Ukiangalia vizuri, the more we move down, the more the percentage payout increases. And if you notice, also the payout does what? The payout also increases, and the martingale goes on to decrease, which proves the theory of correlation that the higher the percentage payout, the lower the probability of occurrence, and the lower the martingale applicable. Now, using this theory of correlation, we were able to come up with this. I don't know where the page has gone to. Right, upper. We're able to come up with this. Now, if you look at digit differs, it has a payout of 9.9. It's the same as this, over and under 0.9. Has the same payout, 9.9%. Now, looking at the theory of correlation, the lower the percentage payout, the higher the probability of occurrence. Right? Which means digit differs, itakuwa na wins mob before we pate loss. We're going to have so many wins before we make a loss. Right? And let's just put this to play. Submit. So upper, I'm using a small account of around 193. Let's see if we can make 10%. But I'm not using my real account, I'm using my demo account. So this is where you start the bot, and it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to start the bot? Please ensure that your settings are configured correctly, because we came to notice a lot of people were making a big mistake of coming and setting the settings, alafu tena unasahau kufinya submit. You just go back. Anytime you set up these settings, you say you've already chosen the market, right? You've chosen the contract type. you've chosen whatever you want to trade over and under. Unakam hapo una refer, unajiuliza, what do you want to do according to the theory of correlation? Do you want a higher percentage payout with a lower probability of occurrence? Ndio sasa utumie martingale kidogo, ama unataka kitu yenye iko na payout kubwa lakini hutakaa sana kwa market, right? You come and choose whatever you want to trade, you transfer it here, right? In my case, nita trade digits over 3, digits under 6, and I'm also going to be trading digit differs. We have a take profit of 10, which is around just 10% of what we have, right? I'm going to be using an initial stake of 1.5, martingale 2.5, martingale duration 1 tick. And before we even do this, we're supposed to do analysis using now what? The digit analysis tool. Now if I look at this market, it's at volatility 10. I'm looking at digits over 3 under 6, digits under 6 79, 64. Look at the percentage, 44, 55. So if I'm going to be trading digits under 6, I'm going to be having a higher probability of having wins than trading digits over 3. And that is why I'm telling you guys, the digit analysis tool is very important. Do you want to be successful in your trading? You need the digit analysis tool and our bots. Now, here's something about this bot. So on a market volatility 10, press submit. You're supposed to wait for a message. Your settings have been updated successfully, right? And then we go back and run the bot. So I want to show you guys what it does. Mind you, you're using a stake of 1.5. So let's see. Yeah. So imeanza the first run, naona ilikuwa loss. Ilikuwa na trade digits differs, ikaenda loss, alafu tena ikarecover na strictly lower than. You see, it switches, imeenda loss ya nini ya digit digit differs, alafu tena ika just a moment guys, just a moment. So tuende pole tukiangalia. The first trade that it took was digit differs 2, ikamake loss, alafu tena the next trade yenye ilienda, si tulikuwa tuna trade digits over 3 under 6, right? And you can see win payout if the last digit of volatility 10 is strictly lower than 6 under 1 ticks. Ikaenda profit, karudi sasa kutrade nini, karudi kutrade differs, ikaenda loss ya differs not 9, na differs ina differ random digits. Unaona hapa ilikuwa 2, hapa ilikuwa 9 0 9. Ikaenda loss, inaanza kutrade, bro, ati hiyo kitu imepiga loss kadhaa, ndio maana anaitisha moment. Ulikuwa umetoka kufunga mlango. Sasa watu kaa nyinyi ndio mnafanyanga. Anyways, mdaishi tu kukua. Because what can I do? Hey, wow. Anyways, so this is the beauty of using digit differs. Kwa sababu ya iko na a lower percentage payout, that's why it has a higher probability of occurrence, which means kutakuwa na mawins mingi before tupatane na loss. Unaona hapa ilienda loss 2. lenda loss ya 1.5, 3.7 ikarecover. Kenda loss ya 1.5 ikarecover. Kenda loss 2 ikarecover. Naona bado inaendelea kutrade. So what it does, kwanza inakatanga the stake. Inakata stake yenye tunatumia hapa ilikuwa 3, imekata stake ya 1.5 kwa hiyo profit. Ndio inakuonesha exactly how much unaweza kuwa nayo in case uende loss. Right? In case uende loss inakuonesha how much you are going to be having. Now there's something that I also came to realize kwa hizi contract type zote zenye zinakuanga. Nimekuwa nikifanya research na I came to notice that each and every one of these inakuanga na the maximum number of losses zenye zinaweza enda. For example, if you look at digits over 0 and 9 with a payout of 9%, the maximum number of losses zenye unaweza enda nayo na hii bot ni 3. So that means when it comes to risk management, unaweza jua how much unajipanga nayo in case iende hizo losses 3. Hii nayo over 1 under 8 pia iko na maximum number of losses ya around 3. Hii ilikuanga around 4. Sasa hii nayo pia ni 4 over 3 under 6 ni 4. I think hapo kuna team imegonga 4 losses. Hapa kuna team imegonga 3 losses. 1, 2, 3 ikarecover. So with every contract type yenye ina exist hapa kuna kuanga na the maximum number of losses zenye zinazaenda. Right? So far tumemake $6. It's at $6. Inaendelea bado. Now this is a bit of having digit differs. Tunaenda tukicollect those small payouts zikiwa mingi. Why don't you trade on rise and fall? I trade on rise and fall. Ukiangalia hizo lives zingine zenye nimekuwa nikidu, actually all the lives sijai trade na hii bot, nimekuwa nikitrade rise and fall ama touch no touch. Na touch no touch ilikuanga once where nilikuwa natumia stake ya 1500. Tulitumia stake ya 1500. We had 1510. We had 1510. Tulikuwa risk everything in the account. If you haven't seen that live, it's the 3rd live that we did. So go and check it out. Now my favorite yenye napenda kutrade inakuanga ni digits over 4 and 5 kwa sababu ukiangalia payout yake ni 88.6%. Inakuanga ni almost katikati. Hii kitu inakuanga katikati kwa sababu ukiangalia hapa 5, 6, 7, 8 these are 4 digits kwenda chini na hizi ni 4 digits kwenda juu. So that means digits over 4 under 5 ndio yenye ni kama iko katikati. Right? When nilikuwa naambia kuna kuanga na maximum number of losses. Hapo unaona imeenda loss ngapi? 1, 2, 3 ikarecover. Na hapa ukiangalia vizuri natumia stake ya 1.5. Hiyo 1.5 ni stake kubwa. Si kidogo. It's a big stake. I just want to show you guys that you can be making just 10%. Because if you look at my other videos I've been posting, we've just been making 10%. Just 10%. 10% kila siku. What is 10% of $2,000? That's $200. Right? So hapa ndio ninataka kufikisha mwisho. I think I'm going to end the live. But I hope you've learned something. I hope you've learned about this. When you tumeangalia in case hiyo 193 say ni how much? Imefika 196. Right? So I hope you've learned something. I hope you've learned something from what we've covered today. If you haven't, just go back and post the live. Look at some of the things that we've talked about. As it's getting late, I want to go out. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about before we leave? Yeah, so the conference, I already have 10 people. I already have 10 people locked in. Tushafika $200. Tushafika $200. Nangoje ifike target profit 10%, and then we'll be done. Ati sinikupe account logins upige nayo demo. No. We don't do that here. So let me talk about the conference. Let me talk about the conference before we wrap this thing up. Nikingoza hit target profit here 10%. Just imagine 10% kila siku. 10% kila siku. Number 1, tumefungua the digital analysis tool tukaangalia ni market gani poa. Number 2, tukeka settings kwa bot, tuka make sure tumetumia what? Tumetumia digit differs. Alafu tena number 3 tukacha sasa bot niku run. Now I want to talk about the conference. Now the conference, I just need 15 people so far. Nice. So target profit of $10 reached. Huyu mwenye alikuwa anasema ni losses mingi zimefuatana, sasa akasema yo Kenya mko na mambo. Let's just look after the number of maximum losses yenye imehit. Ndio 3. Hapo kuna 3. Hapo I'm sure kutakuwa na 4 kwa sababu the maximum number of losses yenye inaweza enda ya over 3 na under 6 ni ngapi? Just 4. So that means anytime you're planning your now this is how you come up with the stake that you want to use. Acha tufanye calculations kidogo tu hapa before we end the live. Now tukiangalia digits over 3, digits under 6, nimesema the maximum number of losses zenye so far nimepatana nazo ni 4. Na I'm not saying ikifika 4 hapa ndio itakuwa ni mwisho, inaweza amua kuenda more than that, but so far sijaona. If I know the maximum number of losses ni 4, that means number 1, I have to look at the martingale that I'm using. Martingale yenye natumia hapa ni ngapi? Ni 2.5. 2.5. The next thing that I'm supposed to ask myself, what is my starting capital? So that we can know ile stake yenye tunafaa kutumia. Tulikuwa na starting capital ya around 190. We had 190. Right? So tufanye hizi calculations hapa mbio. So we have 190 na tumeona the maximum number of losses inaenda ni 4 na tumia martingale ya 2.5. So that means whatever stake I'm going to be using itakuwa ni times 2.5 times 2.5 times 2.5. That means whatever stake that I'm going to be using, ndo sasa ifike the maximum tutamultiply na hii number. Na sasa hapo ndo sasa unaanza kujiuliza how much am I willing to lose. Mimi nilikuwa natumia stake ya 1.5. Si ndio? That means the highest stake yenye hapa ingetumia before iende loss ni 23. Imagine 23. So that means hapa najua ikienda loss ama tufanye tu manually ndio sasa mweze kuelewa. I'm using a stake of 1.5. That means ikienda loss tunafanya nini? Si tuna multiply na martingale. So the first run itakuwa ni 1.5. The second run itakuwa ni definitely 1.5 times 2.5. Unapata ni 3.75. Right? Hiyo nayo ikienda loss tuna multiply na 2.5 times 2.5. Unapata the next stake yenye inatumia ni 9.375. In case hii ende loss, the next stake yenye itatumia ni times 2.5 of which utapata ni 23.43. And I'm saying, so far the maximum number of losses that I know, trade over 3, under 6, nafanya hii total yote. Let's see how much you can lose in case you end a loss. 9.3 plus 3.75 plus 1.5. Sasa, that means I would have lost only $37 in case hizi zote ziende loss. Imagine, I was just only risking $37. That's how you come up with the stake. This is how you come up with the stake that you want to use. Number one, unajua the maximum. Okay, mimi according to ile research nimefanya, each and every one of these kuna a maximum number of losses zenye zinaenda. Right? Na hizi ndo sasa vitu zenye nitakuwa nafunza watu kwa conference. Nikishajua hivyo, this is how you come up with your stake. Out of 190 hapa nilikuwa na risk 37.9. So that means if I wanted, now kuna kuangana a principle that we call risk to reward ratio. Right? Risk to what? Risk to reward ratio. Hapa nikiamua kutumia risk to reward ratio, hapa tumeona the total risk yenye inakuja ni 37.9. So hapa risk yangu ni 37.9. Nikitaka in a day naweza make your 37.9 because I'll be risking 37.9 in order to make 37.9. Na hapa suppose ilikuwa ni just what 10%. Si ndio? 10% ya hii times 10% sinakuza ni $19. So hapa what you can do, you can either decide to do two things. You can either decide to just make 10% of your account na usimamie hapa, ama if you look at the principle of risk to reward ratio, hapa you can use either 1:1 ama unaweza amua pia kutumia 1:1.5. But hapa kwa binary, binary si kama forex. So okay, unaweza try your luck umekufanyia risk to reward ratio ya 1:2, but mimi singekuwa advise uende this much. If you're making this much in a day, juu hata ukiangalia ile starting capital yenye uko nayo 10% is enough per day. So that means hapa I just need to do 2 runs kama hizi. I just need to do 2 runs like this, risk to reward ratio 1:1, just 2 runs in a day and then I'm done, because 19 times 2 si what? Si 38 na sitakuwa imecover tayari. Unaona venye sasa zinaingiana vizuri pamoja na stake. Everything is correlating all the way from the martingale that I'm using, the maximum number of losses that I can have, my starting capital, 10%, and risk to reward ratio. Right? Are you seeing? So in case you want your risk to be less, you want your reward to be more than your risk, hapa sasa itakuwa ni 37.9, alafu tena target yako itakuwa ni times 1.5. Target yako hapo itakuwa ni 56.98. Now if my target is 56.98 per run, I'm just targeting what? 10%. Sindio? So hapa ni divide by 19, which means hapa I need what? 3 runs in a day. Right? That's what I'm saying. In order to be successful trading binary, you need the right knowledge. Na I have failed my students kwa sababu kuna vitu mingi sana sijawafunza. Juu unaona kaa hii sijafunza vizuri, sijaiwafunza hii vizuri pia. There's so much. So that means I need to look for all the students. If you are my previous student, just kindly text me tupange class yenyu ndo saa tukuze tupitie hizi vitu zingine. Now there's something else that I came to realize I didn't cover in our previous classes is what? Explaining the functionalities of the bot. Now kuna kuanga na something that we call variation of ticks. right? Number one, the even and odd bot, or rather the over-under. There's so much that goes on behind hapa. Number one, hii bot kenye inatumianga the digit analysis tool kufanya analysis, but now instead of doing analysis of this big ticks, it just does analysis for the last 10 seconds, the last 10 ticks. Now, why the last 10 ticks? The last 10 ticks, hapo ukiangalia vizuri kuna kuanga na fluctuation mob sana. Angalia tayari zote zishafika 50%, waone sasa irudi. Unaona? Sasa hizi overs zimekuwa mob kuliko under, but then 2 seconds ago, literally 2 seconds ago, under was more than over. So what the bot does analysis. Kama hapa ingekuwa ina trade over, ingekuwa ina trade over pekee. Kwa sababu over ndio kenye ina lead saizi, and this is going to change within the next few seconds. Angalia under is catching up. Let's just see. Kuna time itafika under itakuwa more than over. Na zote mbili zishafika 50%. What happens? Let's see what's going to happen. Under is now leading. There's a lot that happens within the last 10 ticks. Now what this bot does, this bot that we have, it does analysis of the last 10 ticks. So, hadi hapo ukikama uchague both, the bot automatically chooses to trade whatever has the highest percentage within the last 10 ticks. Now, why the last 10 ticks? Because the last 10 ticks, kuna kuangana a lot of fluctuation hapa. Now, this is one of the reasons why you also need to have this bot. This is one of a kind. I don't think there's any other bot like this that exists that I know of, at least. But yeah, the other thing which inakuanga key to every successful trader is all about risk management. Now let's cover some bit of risk management. We've covered a bit of risk management hapa whenever we're talking about I don't know if you guys can see this properly, but kenye tumepitia hapa, this is just a touch of what we cover in our risk management topic, kwa sababu risk management ya forex na risk management ya binary very different. Hapa I'm going to teach you guys how to come up with something I like to call martingale steps. Now, what do I mean by martingale steps? Martingale steps this is where you're going to calculate ile risk yenye uko exposed to, looking at number one, martingale that you're using, na number two, the percentage payout. Hii nayo nimekamkuona ni very important. You need to know the percentage payout of whatever you're trading. Sasa usiku na trade two ovyo. Now the thing that I've come to discover, if you want to trade for a short time in the markets, this is what you need to be trading. Hizi zenye ziko na a lower payout kwa sababu, looking at the theory of correlation again, has a higher probability of occurrence. Hizi ni vitu zenye una trade na ukai sana kwa market, unakaa tu kidogo sana na unatoka. Also, there's something that I came to, there's a trick that I came to find out, na hii trick ni a one tick. I think another reason why mwase wamekuwa ukilose, ama pia there's a time I didn't know exactly how to go about this bot tukitengeneza, but then nimekam kuona whenever you're using one tick, it's very effective. Hata tufanye just a test run ya digits over 4, digits under 5, and we're not going to be trading digit differs. Let's trade digit differs. So number 1, digits under 4, digits under 5. Let's look at the last 2 minutes. sababu hizi trades hadi sitaki zikae hapo sitaki zikae more than 2 minutes. Ukiangalia hapa vizuri, over is performing more than under. So let's trade over. Go back, going to select trade type, set it at over only, submit. So even before I start trading, nikiangalia hapa kwa digits over 4 under 5 hapa, I'm going to be expecting a maximum of 6 consecutive losses. A maximum of 6 consecutive losses. Nafaa pia kuchange stake. No, let the stake remain the same. 1.5. Now when using one tick, a lot the board is going to be moving so fast. So the other thing yenye napendanga kufanya is now go to my digit analysis tool and then look at the last 10 ticks so that I can know what exactly is going on in the market. Again, this is something that I didn't teach my previous students. There's a lot that I missed. I've missed a lot. Now nimekam ku realize hivyo, and that is why we're now in the process of coming up with a new curriculum, which we're going to be teaching you guys in our conferences. So let me just log in. Right, so we are looking at volatility 10. Tunaangalia over and under 5 last 10 ticks. So anytime unaona bot ikisema eliminating noise, inamaanisha whatever you're trading, the opposite ndio iko na a higher percentage. Ukiangalia hapa under ndo zimekuwa mob kuliko over, and that is why the bot is not taking any trade. Hata ndio maana tulienda. No, I don't think that loss is correlating with this. But this is what I want you to understand. Anytime inasema hapa eliminating noise, what is this? Inamaanisha whatever we're trading, the opposite ndio iko in the higher percentage, if I can say so. Right? So 10:30 imefika. This we're going to be covering in the next live. So kila siku nitakuwa naingia live. I'm going to be showing you guys what I've covered in the course, in the making of the course. And so the conference, so far I have 10 people. I just need 5 more. So if you're interested, kindly send me a text. Tupange the class. Now, also the last thing. Now let me show you. But Isha hit target profit. Right, na hapa tulikuwa tumesema the maximum number of losses za over and under 5 ni ngapi? Ni 6. So if we're going to be looking at martingale steps, unaangalia ile stake yenye unatumia. So if you're using a stake of 0.35, number 1, we need to know the martingale that we're going to be using. Martingale yenye tunatumia hapa sini 2. Nilisahau kubadilisha martingale. Hapa tunafaa kutumia martingale ya 2.1. Si ndio? Ama acha tuseme just 2 ndo everything ikuwe easy. That means the next step yenye itaenda no, wait. Hapa kuna stake, kuna loss na kuna profit. So this is how the table looks like. Hapo unaandika the stake, unaandika the loss, potential loss, na the profit yenye utapata. Now this is another way of coming up with the stake list. Pia hii bot yenye tuko nayo inakuanga na place ya stake list. unaweza chagua either to use martingale. Have you guys heard about the stake list? If you haven't, now instead of using martingale, you yourself get to decide ile staking unataka kutumia. Somebody is saying the last live we were recommending 10 ticks. Yeah, 10 ticks works, 1 tick works. Set inasema the what I mentioned during the last live is not going to work. It's just something that I came to discover and something that I've seen it's working because it's so fast. As in, 1 tick ina move so fast. Ina move just so fast now. I think it's a bit more accurate. Now stake list, hapa wewe ndio wewe mwenyewe una decide ile staking itakuwa after a loss happens. I don't know if you guys have seen the stake list bot. Let me see if I have it. Just a moment. Stake list ilikuwa sasa ni hii. Yeah, but this is now what we call the stake list. Stake list is just simply, instead of now using martingale, you yourself get to decide the stake that you want to use so that you can, number one, reduce the risk that is involved. That's one, reduce the risk that is involved, and you yourself get to choose the stake that you want to use. Right? Now, the same thing, we have it in the board because we are the creators of the stake list. Right? We are the creators of the stake list. Na bado kwa hii board wewe mwenyewe ndio utachagua ile staking unataka kutumia. And this is how you come up with the stake list. Now I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to teach this. If you want to learn about this, come for the class. So as I was saying, I just need 5 more people so we can close this. 5 more people. We create to organize a conference. We look for a nice hotel. The conference is going to start at 9 a.m. It's going to end at 4 p.m. We're going to cover everything. Number one, from binary, everything that I haven't been teaching people. The basics, the advanced things that you need to learn about binary. What else? How to trade the way I was trading during our lives. Like, I've come to find a way as a very simple way, which a lot of people are going to be able to understand. I've come up with a simple way of analyzing the markets, just something very simple, looking at the 1 minute chart so that you can be able to trade like they have been trading during my previous lives. My previous lives I haven't been using any bot. Naingia tu tunaangalia market, we look at the direction that's going to take, entries zetu tunatumia the digit analysis tool, and then we have successive runs. Yeah, successful successive runs. So in case you're interested with the class, just the conference rather, send me a text. I'm currently planning. I'm looking for location. In case unajua a very nice location which is iko CBD. Sitaki kuembali na CBD. People are coming from all over. People coming from Nakuru. I have another person coming from Eldoret. I have people coming from all over Nairobi. So I want it to be as central as possible. So if you know of any place which is around CBD, kindly shoot me a text. I would really appreciate. And when I'm going to communicate, when I lock down the location, I'll communicate the dates, and we start at easy conferences itakuwa every week. I just need 10. I just need to reach 40 people per month. If I reach 40 people per month and transform their lives, nita nice sana. Na hadi kwa hiyo conference tuta trade live, tuta withdraw pesa. It's going to be nice. It's going to be so nice. So in case kuna any questions before I leave the live? Any questions? I'm going to take the last 2 minutes for any questions. In case you have any questions, just ask before we close the live. So just 2 minutes, ask your questions. I'm a request live uingie and ask the question. If not, going to end the live. I want to trade how many sessions per day according to how much I want to make. Like for me, I just do 10% of my stake. Ukiangalia zile reels zenye nimekuwa nikipost, zile reels nimekuwa na a $2,000 account. Now what is 10% of 2,000? 10% of 2,000 you need $200. Now that's another thing about binary. The more you have, the more you can make. Because just imagine 10% every single day. Hata ukiwa na hiyo $100 yako, 10% ni how much? Ni $10. Hiyo ni around 1300 every single day. Na utakuwa una withdraw kila siku for 30 days. That's around 30,000. Make 3 times the amount that you started with in just a month. Yeah, the tooling is analyze even and odd, over and under, rise and fall. Kuna mtu anasema kindly save this live. The live will be saved. Can someone with zero knowledge of trading join the conference? Yes. I have like 5 people, 6. I have 5 people in your do anything to do with binary. But that doesn't mean that you aren't going to be successful, because you're going to cover everything from scratch. From literally, as in mtu anaweza toka ushago ama kwa cave akuje learn binary na atakuwa successful. What do you bring for the conference? If you have a laptop, come with it. If you have a phone, come with it. Whatever you have, just come with it. Interested in the conference, kindly send me a text. What's your favorite bot? The over and under bot. But kuna hii mpya tumekuwa tukiwork on. Sasa, a lot of people don't know how to analyze the market. So you're making a bot that does candlesticks analysis. Analyze candlesticks, place trades according to the market inasonga. Inaangalia the longer trend, like maybe inaangalia 5 minutes, inaangalia the 5 minutes chart, inaangalia trend yake, inaangalia the 1 minute chart, and then ina determine ile direction in bot ina take, and then ina place trades. Itakuwa ina place zile trades kama zenye tumekuwa tukimake kwa live. How do we pay? Just text me, but payments zote zina go through our app. Do you know anything about copy trading softwares? Yes. We'll actually be introducing ours in the course of the year, so stay tuned. There's a lot of things in tutakam kufanya kuhusu binary. We're not going to just stick with binary bots, because I'm telling you guys, there's a lot of ways of making money with binary than using binary bots. There's so many ways. This time kuna ile challenge gani Clint sielewi, rise and fall, who analyze chart, then DAT. That is if I want successive wins. But ukitumia the digital analysis tool pekee unaangalia the last 2 minutes, and then una trade musikae sana kwa market, alafu tunakupia kuwa na targets zenye wote tunafunza waseku set kwa classes zetu. I've requested to join to ask my question kidogo tu. How to reach you, like what platform particularly? Just send me a text on IG, or kuna number yenye iko hapa kwa IG. Just call. If you really want to reach me fast, call me. How do you analyze candlesticks chart? Sasa mi nilienda nikalan forex, like when was it 2019? Before nianze ku trade binary nilikuwa na trade forex. Accept me in your live, just a few. What about Forex? Forex is the best thing you can ever learn. Ukishajua kuanalyze the markets, it's a done deal. Utamake do kwa Forex, utamake do kwa binary, utamake do kwa crypto, utamake do anywhere where charts are involved. So if you have the capacity to go and learn Forex, it's the best thing you can ever do for yourself. But so ubaya ni kupata msee mwenye atakufunza vizuri.
Okay, my question,
Yeah.
like those people who aren't able to reach Nairobi, how can you organize for them to be attending your classes? Can it be like online classes?
Teleconference. So your conference to stream live. Anyone who wants to join, okay, not anyone. Mtu mwenye ako serious anataka kujoin,
Yeah.
kutakuwa na a link that we're going to send out to people who are interested, definitely. People who are going to what am I saying? Have access to the bot as long as umelipa hiyo 15k. Wherever you are in the country, utaweza kufikiwa na hiyo conference because we're going to be streaming it live for hours hiyo yenye amelipia. Kwa sababu
and the 15K is inclusive of the analysis tool.
Yeah, the 15k actually is inclusive of the digit analysis tool. It's inclusive of the bots yenye tunatumia kutrade. Na sasa pamoja na nini? Okay, not pamoja na the class kwa sababu mimi ndo sasa nitalipia hiyo conference. Inatoka kwa mfuko yangu. Because why not?
Okay.
Ya kwanza
That was my question.
hiyo ingine, the next conference yenye ndo mtalipia.
It's okay. That was my question.
How long do classes take? So sasa hizi classes zenye tumekuanga nazo previously I would take around 3 to 4 hours and then tumalize, but then in order for me to teach you everything that I need to teach you, unaweza toka live. Nilikuwa nasemaje? So hizi conference ita take from 9 to 4. 9 to 4, I think it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time that tutatumia to teach you kwa sababu it's a lot of content kwa sababu hii yote. Let me show you. Yote so far nimeweza kuandika this na bado sijaanza kuitype. All of this is just information yenye nimekuwa nikiplan kuwafunza. That's why nataka kuanza kufanya conference because 3 to 4 hours is not enough. I need like almost the whole day with you guys. The last time you were to recommend the Forex trainer that you trust, can you kindly? Anita Joyce, she's my mentor. Anita Joyce, unaweza mpata pale Madam Forex, but I don't know if kuna kwanga na pseudo account, so just be careful when you're trading the internet kwa sababu nimekam kuona there's a lot of pseudo accounts, people impersonating people. Kuna mtu anatumia content yangu, sijui anajiita Kenyan trader. Kindly help me to report that guy. Yani seriously unakuja unatumia content ya digital analysis tool, unatumia content ya over and under bot na hadi hauna, unauza kitu yenye hauna. Hiyo ni ufala inakaa aje. So yeah, mine is to just appreciate you for taking your time to educate us. Big up bro, keep winning, and we're all ears to joining and invest in learning. Thank you so much. So asa nifikie hapo. Let me end the live to patane kesho as I teach you guys kenye nimecover during the day nikitengeneza the course. So adios.